Kellen Moore, Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore has become enemy number one in Philadelphia for this offseason. Okay? Not only is he plucking one coach, but let me tell you, he could get a couple more coaches from the Philadelphia Eagles, and they already have interviews. So we have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to discuss. We'll go over the reports and a lot more. So let's get straight into it all.
A killer buried, but not dead.
Darren, we better turn around. Because I've seen enough horror movies to know any weirdo wearing a mask is never friendly.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. This video is sponsored by BetUS, so definitely go check them out if you guys have not, okay? Now, it is the off season. The ball is rolling now, okay? And the Eagles have a lot to do. Can the Eagles retain as many coaches that they possibly can? It's out of their control with certain guys when it comes to assistant coaches or coordinators. And you already lost Kellen Moore, and it looks like they could be losing a little bit more than that. Okay, after the Super Bowl was won by the Philadelphia Eagles, I pretty much said this: Clint Hurt needs to stay as the defensive line coach. Christian Parker needs to stay as the DB coach, and Bobby King needs to stay as a linebacker coach. Those are like the three guys I really needed to, they got to stay here. They got to stay. I'm hoping you can retain those guys. But from the first bit of news that we did get as of right now is that Doug NUSSMEIER, the QB coach for the Philadelphia Eagles, could be going to Kellen Moore, with Kellen Moore to the Saints. He did interview for the OC job, okay? I'm not really shocked by this. I mean, I knew if Kellen Moore was going to go somewhere, Doug was going to follow him. Doug NUSSMEIER has pretty much been with Kellen Moore 4 years in Dallas. The year before this year, he was with him with the LA Chargers, and obviously came here with him to the Philadelphia Eagles. So if Doug NUSSMEIER is not the actual OC for the Saints, I'll actually be really shocked. Really shocked over that, okay? So what does this mean for Kevin PATULLO? Haven't seen any news on any, interviews or anything like that. Kevin PATULLO, Nick and him have a really good relationship. Passing game coordinator here for a few years, so he's been here. He's not brand new. He's been here. Do I get a little worrisome when the Eagles hire from within? Of course I do. I like new blood a lot better, and that's just me at times. The last time a head coach tried to keep everything in-house, he got fired. When Doug tried to upgrade Press Taylor to OC, and remember Matt Rule, which was the right-hand man to assistant to Jim Schwartz, was supposed to make him the DC. That never happened. Jeffrey Lurie didn't like it. Doug got fired, and that was it. That was the story. So maybe they're starting to change their ways a little bit, and maybe they do trust Kevin PATULLO. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of like, I'm on board with it a little bit, but obviously you have to run the football a lot next year, okay? Because Kevin PATULLO, passing game guy. Nick Sirianni likes to game plan a little bit and help out. He's a passing game guy. He's a former wide receiver, so I get it. Just implement that run next year and get Saquon on another fantastic year. So we haven't heard nothing from Kevin PATULLO at all. So either the Eagles retained him as the passing game coordinator again, and they're looking for an OC, or he's the OC right now because, the Eagles really don't go through a lot of, and recent years, they really don't go through a lot of lists of guys. It never really happens. They kind of already know what they're going to do, and potentially PATULLO could be here as the OC. We'll see what happens down the line moving forward. But before anything else we talk about here, we have the Philly Shakedown merch. Definitely go check it out. We have some new gear, the Champions Premium Polyester Fabric. Really good shirt. Jalen Hurts sitting there with the trophy, the legacy moment, the moment where Jalen Hurts was like, I finally did it. I finally got it, and I proved everybody wrong. Definitely check out the description for sizing and all that for the premium champion shirt. Has been a really good one. And obviously the main thing, t-shirt as well has been going like wildfire. So order now because our guy is packaging stuff up and sending it out as fast as possible going forward. We have a lot more stuff in the store as well. Everything comes in shirts and hoodies, guys. Everything, shirts, hoodies, all of that. It's really good quality, high above quality. So you have the Howie Roseman shirts. There are so much on this site. Definitely check it out. You're supporting not only the Philadelphia Eagles, so you're supporting the Philly Shakedown as well, and a lot more designs going down the line. If you want to look at the store, link in the description for all of that. Any questions, just email me going forward. Now, this is where the news takes a turn. Okay, this is where the news takes a little bit of a turn going forward. So not only is Doug NUSSMEIER, the QB coach, will go with Kellen Moore or somewhere else. It looks like Christian Parker will be interviewing for the defensive coordinator job for the New Orleans Saints. Now it looks like Brandon Staley will be interviewing for the Saints defensive coordinator position and Christian Parker. But we do have some extra information from Zach Berman on the situation of Christian Parker, saying Christian Parker is on the fast track to be a defensive coordinator in the NFL. He's well regarded and well repaired. There's been a lot of buzz about Brandon Staley pairing with Kellen Moore, but this won't be the last time Parker is interviewed for a DC job. So not only are the Saints interested in this interview to have him as the new DC and the Saints, but other teams will probably have interest as well going forward, okay? If we lose him, we lose him. It is what it is. You lose Doug, which I already knew that was going to happen if Kellen Moore was gone. But if you lose Christian Parker, it sucks, man. These players develop good relationships with these positional coaches. Sometimes Eagle fans or fans in general don't think positional coaches are a big deal. They are. It's how you practice every single day. Christian Parker was handpicked by Vic Fangio. Christian Parker was the cornerback coach, the DB coach with the Denver Broncos when Fangio was the head coach to the Denver Broncos, if you guys remember. But just what they have done with Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell as rookies, they're pretty much veterans to me at this point, going into their second year, coming off the highs and lows of the season. Not many lows, but some lows. And going to the playoffs, winning a Super Bowl. They're veterans now, in my opinion. And the mentorship with Slay and Bradbury, who knows who has helped them down the line of this season. But this corner coach, this DB coach, and Christian Parker has done a fantastic job. They are way ahead of schedule with these rookies going into their second years, and he's done a great job. So we'll see what happens with Christian Parker. I'm not happy about it. This might, like Zach Berman said, this might not be the last time we hear Christian Parker's name on and if the last interview for this year. But if they could retain him, good thing. Have heard nothing on Bobby King. Have heard nothing on Clint Hurt. Clint Hurt's has already been a defensive coordinator in the league, and Bobby King is a 10-plus year a veteran coach that wasn't even handpicked by Fangio. One of the assistants was like, "Hey, go hire Bobby King. He's pretty good." And let me tell you, he made an All-Pro out of Shair from the Titans, and now made an All-Pro out of Zach Baun with the help of Vic Fangio's great eye for talent. Man, absolutely fantastic. But we will look over the Christian Parker stuff as the days roll on. So it looks like, obviously, Kellen Moore has been gone, and, Doug, the QB coach for the Eagles, will be leaving as well, as expected going forward. So try not to let this guy retain too much going forward. So that is the report on those guys as of right now. And lastly, if you guys haven't checked the unscripted episode to the Philadelphia Eagles, I won't give away what happened here. But I will say spoilers. I'm going to say what happened. So click off the video if you guys want right now. It was a lot. It was a very emotional. This was the night before the Super Bowl when the players, the captains talk, Saquon, Chauncey, Jordan Mailata, Jalen Hurts, Lane Johnson, all those guys, Nakobe Dean, talked in front of the whole team. And they literally knew they were going to win this Super Bowl. I mean, they literally knew going to that game they were going to win. Like, literally, they knew they were the better team. Okay? It was emotional. It was, Chauncey was very emotional. Jalen Hurts said some stuff like that Super Bowl loss in 22 literally, his soul, like, it took his soul away. Like, it was probably one of the biggest motivators, man. A lot of these guys, it wasn't too emotional. It was very like, we're going to go in and we're going to beat their ass. That's what it was. Saquon Barkley was like, I don't care how many times the Chiefs have been here. They haven't faced us yet. How many times do we go through this season? They the media would hype up the Saints. Remember the media hyping up the Saints? Oh, the highest passing game, averaging 40 points a game. This passing game with the Saints, and the Eagles went in there and beat them. And then Washington was hyped up and we beat them. And then this team was hyped up, we beat them. It's like literally every time like a team gets hyped up going against the Eagles and the Eagles just destroy them. And Saquon was like, we're better. And I know we are. So I thought that was really emotional and it was really uplifting. And, it was great. It was great to see, man. I was looking forward to that video. I didn't know when it was going to come out, but it's nice though. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more Eagles news every single day, and make sure you hit the like button because it helps the channel tremendously. That is the news. So to give out a summary, Christian Parker is going out for DC jobs right now. Might not get it with the Saints, but could get somewhere else if Brandon Staley doesn't take the job with New Orleans Saints. Kevin PATULLO getting retained. No interviews with him yet anywhere else. And Doug NUSSMEIER, the QB coach, is definitely gone 100% because Kellen Moore is gone. So the Eagles have lost 2 coaches, Kellen Moore, Doug, and that's really it. And we'll see what else happens going forward. You guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys on the next one. Shakes, what up, false life. Peace out, guys. Peace.